Hello, Dan Richardson here from Ross Middle School, and we're going to talk today about how to get our trombone slide working the very best that it can. It is one of the funnest things to do in the band to play a trombone. However, it is not fun at all to try to play a trombone when the slide is scratchy and it's hard to move and it clunks, 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 or even gets stuck. So that is something we want to see if we can avoid. We want to try to fix it. Be really careful because this slide here is the most delicate thing in the band room. It's easier to do damage to this than to anything else except perhaps a wet clarinet reed. So we want to be really super careful with it and make it work right, because when it works right, it just slides right down, falls quickly, and it is so much fun. So let's grab a trombone. I'm going to redo the slide on this one today because it's time to retreat this slide. So let's talk about what we're going to use. If you get a trombone care kit, it likely comes with some slide oil. So here's what I would recommend on your slide oil. Sell it to a trumpet player because it's valve oil, or give it to your band director. They can use it on trumpets and baritones and anything with valves. But what we need is cream. We're going to use 3 different things, and each of these 3 are used by professionals all over the world, and it's about evenly decided, 1/3 for each one of them. Here is the first one I'm going to show you. It's called Slido Mix. Slido Mix it comes in a 2-part treatment where you put one and then you add the other one on top of it. Well, now they also have some Slido Mix that is a one-shot thing where it's already mixed. But the red lid, Slido Mix is in the red lid. The new kid on the block as far as trombone slide treatments is Yamaha. Comes in the purple tube. Yamaha is a synthetic slide treatment. It's very good, and a lot of people are really liking the new treatment there. I still use this one, still a favorite here. Looks like a tube of toothpaste. Trombone Teen. Okay, all 3 of these are available at music stores and at online music stores, so they're good products, and I would recommend all 3 of them to you. And we have to learn how to put them on, but first let's take it off. When you take off your trombone slide, when you're going to retreat it, you want to take the entire slide off. I usually leave my trombone connected because it's just easier for me to handle, but I'm going to put this back on the stand for now and show you this part. We want to clean the inside of the outer slide. So try saying that 3 times fast. The inside of the outer slide. I have a trombone cleaning rod, looks like a big flute rod, and I've got cheesecloth wrapped around it. I've also seen people using pieces of muslin or even a bed sheet that is sliced up. And I'm going to slide it right down in there and clean the inside of this tube. And when I clean the inside, when I rub this along, you can feel the heat coming out of this because it's polishing the inside there. Once I get that all cleaned out, I'm getting some junk on there. We got to get that cleaned out. We don't want that. So clean out the other side as well, cleaning that tube. And when I get this nice and polished up, I'll pull that out. If you don't have one of these, in your care kit you probably got a snake. And the snakes are really good, but let me caution you to do that in the bathtub, because when you pull that last section of the snake out and all those bristles come out of here and escape, they're going to fling open. And they've been gathering all the stuff that's inside of the tube, and they're going to fling it all over the room. So whenever I'm using my snake, I'm giving my trombone a bath. It's underwater when I pull that last thing out so that it doesn't make a mess everywhere. Okay? But I use this to clean the inside of the outer slide. Now, let's apply our new lubricant. Okay? I'm going to put just a small amount onto the slides. When I say a small amount, I mean a small amount. And I'm going to apply it down here at the bottom. We call that the stocking. I'm going to put a little bit on there, a little bit on this side, and I'm going to rub it in. Usually the problem with the slide creams is using too much instead of too little. Okay? If you put it on down at the bottom, that's really the place that it needs it, unless there are dents. If there are dents, then when we put it on the bottom, it will direct it where it needs to be. So now I want to work it in. I work the bottom one first. Work it in, that way I can turn it a little bit, get it to where it needs it to be. Then the top one, turning the slide a little bit as I do so. Then put them both. The way I hook them, sometimes your slide falls off and you need to put it back on. Touch the bottom, pivot it up to where it touches the top, then twist it to where it's straight, and it goes right on. Okay? Now this slide is moving really slickly, but here is where the magic happens. Okay, it's pretty good. We're going to make it even better. When I do this, maybe a week, maybe 2 weeks, depends on how much you're playing on it. It gets cakey and dried up and stuff, so you want to wipe it off and start over. So maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, I do that. Oil and water don't mix. And so the best thing to do is to put on the grease, and then we want to put on some water. So trombone players always buy water bottles to spray a fine mist of water on top of the slide cream, because oil and water don't mix, and that makes the slide just run right across the top of that grease. So the grease stays maybe every week, every 2 weeks. The water maybe every 10 minutes while I'm playing. Okay, so I have this. Usually I have it on the stand and I'll just give it a little shot and then play. And so the water we use continually throughout the treatment, when it's all washed off, go back and treat the slide again. So this is a water bottle that does a great job. I bought it at the grocery store in the travel section for 50 cents. This is also a water bottle that does a great job, specially made for trombone playing, for squirting on trombones. I bought this at the music store for $5. So take your pick. I slide it out, give a little spray, maybe both sides, and then now check that out. Oh, still a little gummy. We put a little more on there. Okay, let's see that. All right, I feel it. It's a little bit thick right there, so I'm just going to wipe some of it off. Better? Yes. Congratulations on playing the trombone. Keep that slide slick, and thanks for watching.